Hi, good morning. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. I am headed to a thrift store, the Salvation Army thrift store, in Brampton. So it's a different, I've never been to this one, so I'm going to try it out and see how it is. There is a Valley Village nearby that opens up later on at 10 o'clock. Right now it's 9. And that Valley Village always has great jewelry, so I'm gonna go check it out and see what I find. So first I'm gonna go to the Salvation Army thrift store, probably just spend about half an hour there, and then head to the Valley Village, also in Brampton, but the one on West Drive, not the other ones. Those aren't nice. Alright, hope you guys enjoy. Have a wonderful day. Remember to subscribe.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You guys, I have a sore throat. My voice is kind of going. Just a warning. Oh my god, that was so much fur. I did not touch them, so I don't know if they were real. Look at me smoothly ignoring candle stands, even though they're brass. Here's a beer mug, and it is handmade studio pottery, I believe. And there is a market out there for them, but I did not end up getting this one. It was $5.99. It wasn't a bad price, to be honest, but... And now I'm thinking maybe I should have gotten it, but I have a lot of inventory right now. I'm using thrifting as a therapy and just buying for myself. This vase was actually really beautiful, very heavy. The bottom was extremely heavy, and I think that was because, you know, so it doesn't knock over. Did not end up getting it because it was contemporary. This was a sugar pot from the company Bombay. Made in China though. I do not believe it was vintage, so I left it. This little thrift store was a little and cramped, but a few gems here and there for sure, if you knew where to look. It was pretty messy and a little dirty, but still, again, that's what you kind of expect. This was a vintage vase. It said vintage item, but it was broken and then glued back on, as you can see here, so I left it. Very, very cute cups. The color and the birds inside, very cute, but there was only 3 and no saucers, so I didn't end up getting them. If you notice, there's a lot of plates and trays or ceramic trays that you can get that are really cool here. I ended up getting this pair because I have a matching apple. The apple is much heavier and translucent, but I thought it would be cool for 99 cents to have it like pair or as a set with the apple. This turtle, I don't know if it was a candle stand, but for $3.99 they were carved wood turtle, probably from like Punta Cana or Jamaica or something. One of the turtles had an eye missing, so I left it. It wasn't really calling out to me, even though I love wood carved things. This was like a turkey. I believe it's a napkin ring, and there was one on top, so I put them together. If you look closely at some of the things, there were a lot of cool, odd things here that, like, if you had, you know, maybe if you were a collector and you wanted something specific like sheep or the Buddha, the laughing Buddha, or pig, or, you know, they have those kind of things here. And you're probably wondering what I'm doing now. I'm actually going for this pepper shaker, pepper mill that I saw at the end there, but when I turn it over, I notice it's actually broken, so I didn't end up getting it. I've kind of been obsessing over pepper and salt shakers because they can look really cool as a set. This plate was stamped, I would say, but it was broken, the leaf on there, so I didn't end up getting it. Going back to the pepper and salt shakers, if they're different shapes, you know, you can collect them. I saw something on Pinterest once where you put them all together and they look really good. So I got this little pedestal. It was from Pier 1 Imports for $3.99. I think this would be awesome to display my items, especially for, you know, for making videos or shows, whatnot shows. some wooden bowls, but I did not end up getting these. I didn't think that they were teak or anything like that. I did end up getting this decorative plate. I believe it was made in Japan. It says handcrafted. And I think it was $3.99. Regardless, I just love the color, the dark brown and the beige. Here you can see, as usual, I think thrift stores are a great place to find lampshades and lamps, just because otherwise they're so expensive in regular stores. It didn't have much of an art section, and there was a lot of clothing here, and as you can see here, there's like a lot of empty shelves too, but then really cramped shelves in the front. Not sure what was happening, but I could see that there were, you know, vintage items here. This planter had a really cool, unique shape. I don't think you find these a lot, but I did not need one for myself, so I didn't end up getting it. Also a really pretty brass candle holder, but it was not a pair, made in India, so I left it. Going back to planter holders or plant holders, I think they look great when you have a few that are like different sizes put together. You can, you know, put your plants at different heights, and I think they look more attractive that way. These cast iron decorative fork and spoon had like ceramic plates in them, so I have been looking for this kind of a marble rolling pin, and now that I found it, I was a little excited, but then I noticed it was really heavy, so I really couldn't put it up for sale, so I ended up putting it back. But now that I'm getting a booth in an antique market, I could have easily put that there, so if somebody came in person, they saw it, they could buy it. Maybe next time. So that's a plant holder that I ended up getting for myself, and I'll show you how I set it up with my other plants. So even though the pink planter is smaller, it just looks cool up there. And the little one on the left is actually sitting on a candle holder, one of those pedestal kind of candle holders. I put the little one on there and the pink one on the cast iron one, and I think it looks great. If I put the other ones on other cast iron ones, I think they would go really well. I just need something that's not as tall, maybe. Some nice wall hangings and candelabras here, also cast iron. Again, thrift stores are a great place to shop for home decor, really, especially unique home decor. Here's another plant stand. I did not get this one, but look how pretty it is, the unique design on it, and the structure. The metal is a little shiny, but not really, you know. I like that. Here we are at Value Village. It was a really nice sunny day, actually, that day. Look at the variety here. So I went to the jewelry section because I was hoping to find some cool cosmetic jewelry that is also, you know, unique, but I was also looking for brass and metal jewelry. Something that's I think coming back in style, especially if you somehow do brass with like wood beads. I think that's coming back in style. I ended up getting a cuff for myself, which I will show you guys later in this video. I checked out the ring section, and right now, if you look at it, you see so much variety and you're like, wow, it's cool. But When I actually ended up getting the trays out and started looking through, there wasn't a lot happening. Even though I did end up buying a few rings, after I got home, I wasn't too happy with my purchases. Especially since it's Value Village, so it was actually a little expensive, and then there's tax as well. So these are the ones that I ended up finding after a really long time of looking. This one was actually a labradorite pendant right there. This witch is from before one of my other videos, but I put it in for fun. Look at the number of things here. Seriously, if anybody ever complains about not finding good home decor, it's like, have you ever been to Value Village? And if you have not, are you even shopping properly? So I know this is Indian made brass inlay wood piece of something. I don't know what it was. For $4.49, I don't know if it was a jewelry holder or earring holder or what it was, so I didn't end up getting it, but I don't know, maybe I should have Google Lensed it on the spot just to see what's happening. So I found these round frames. Wooden frames are really hard to find. So I got these both because I'm also an artist and I paint and I make watercolor paintings and other acrylic paintings. So I was thinking I just paint a painting myself and put them in these round frames, and the fact that I found a pair, I think they would look really awesome together. When I do it, I will put it up in one of my videos so you guys can see. I do not know what this egg thing was. It looked like a dragon's egg, okay? And then you opened it and then there was like these holes in there. For what? I don't know. What was this? I didn't end up getting it, and I regret not getting this little thing with the hooks, because this would have been awesome to hang all the necklaces on, or even my sun catchers on. I should have gotten it. This was a vintage hand-painted jewelry box. Very beautiful for somebody if they were looking for a jewelry box. Here's more, I would say, canvas holder, picture holders, metal ones that I do look for on a regular basis just to display my items. Like that plate I got at the thrift store would look great in one of these. But silver is usually not my color. I usually go for black or gold or bronze or copper, stuff like that, or even rustic white or wood, just not silver. I don't know why. Okay, so these binoculars were legit vintage item, the one that snaps shut and you can put it in your handbag, and they're legit. They're for $9.99. I put them in my cart because I thought I was gonna get them, but once I got the cash, my bill was so high and I started cutting out stuff that I was gonna get, and I cut these out, and I really regret not getting the binoculars. So this is an ashtray. It's a unique kind of ashtray, definitely, and it's brass. It was cute, but for $7.99 I did not want to spend that kind of money on an ashtray. So I am looking for copper things for my washroom, because my washroom is going to be shades of green and copper. So this plant stand, the gold, this was definitely up my alley. I'm not sure why I didn't get it. Maybe because I was distracted by this guy here. It's a bigger sort of picture holder thing, which I tried at home and it wouldn't really hold anything. So now I'm thinking it's something to hang on the wall. Like you put nails and you hang something on the wall. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to figure this one out later. Sometimes I look at these old tin boxes that are vintage, and I love the art on the top, and I'm thinking, you know, what if I just take the lid off and hang it like a wall hanging? Even frame it if I find the right kind of frame. But wouldn't that be awesome? Because some of them have great like vintage flowers and paintings on it that look beautiful, and I don't mind using them as wall decor. I found this tall lady wooden, and then I saw this mirror holder. I know this is brass inlay, so it's from India. Just the designs, you know, the way that the design is, you can tell. And I know it's for a mirror, but once again, I'm thinking, why don't I just make a painting and put it in there? This lady was beautifully made, but she was quite heavy, and at the time I wasn't buying for my booth at the antique market because I hadn't gotten it yet. So I thought, you know, how am I gonna ship her? So I left her behind. This was actually pretty cool. This is a tic-tac-toe or XOXO game. I thought this was a cool way of having it like this. But I didn't end up getting it because I didn't really need it. Okay, here's the art and mirror section, and look what I found. Look at those beautiful brass birds on that copper mirror that is also arched. Are you kidding me? This is perfect for my washroom makeover, and I'll show you how it looks just, you know, on a regular wall, but imagine it being on a green background, sort of like iridescent wall. Look at this. Looks so pretty. It's gonna be perfect for my washroom, and I will show you guys what I mean because I have a whole Pinterest board for my washroom, so I'll put that in later in this video. For $13.99, this was totally worth it. And then I found this beautiful mirror. It is oval, which I love. It's my favorite shape for some reason in mirrors because I guess it's so Victorian. And it was not plastic, but I don't think it was actually wood, but it wasn't plastic. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those. But it had a beautiful design, and I just have to make it look a little more copper, and it should go perfectly in my washroom too. This one, like I said, I like round too, but this was very plasticky, not at all wood, so I left it. And that oval mirror is actually $5.99, so worth it. Here's metal frame, and it had the right color. It was copper bronze looking. So once again, I'm just gonna make a painting or just print out you know, a print or picture and add it to my wall for my washroom makeover. Okay, this area is usually confusing, but there's so many things you can find in these little packets, and I have spent a lot of time in this area just looking through these packages to see if I find something. So for $3, I usually find something that's inside the package, even if it's just the one item and you end up getting a few more items with it. It's totally worth it. Okay, here I found these copper mugs, and with these nice handles. There were 3, so I chose the 2 that were best looking for, I think they were $3.99. Let me just check. Yeah, and I'm gonna put them also in my washroom as little vases. They're gonna hold stuff, maybe even my toothbrush. I don't know, I'll see. Definitely a vintage vase, brass, but it was $9.99. It's a little too steep for me. But look at the middle section, so much variety. Okay, so this picture has the copper paint on it. It's not metal, it's ceramic picture, and the blue line or the blue band in between. This is such a great combination. So royal looking. I love it. So I'm definitely gonna get it. Also for my washroom, likely. Here's another turkey dish, same as the one I found at the thrift store in my last video, I believe. So cool that it was exactly the same. I ended up getting that bracelet holder, the wooden one. It's so raw, I can paint it, but I ended up staining it, and I'm gonna put my bracelets on it. So much Halloween decor, but it's good to be careful and actually look at the items you buy carefully, because sometimes they're just dollar store items that are at Value Village for the same price, if not more. Some placemats, it's a good place to buy placemats too, but I had some jute ones already, so I didn't end up getting any from here this time around. Okay, now let me show you my Pinterest with all the washroom decor, washroom inspiration that I have, the green and the copper. I'll show you now. Okay, this is my Pinterest board, and you see what I mean with the green and the copper and gold combo, and then there's a little bit of wooden accents in there too, which I'm going to try and add. This is more shiny green with one accent wall. This is the main one that I have. I guess I'm getting my inspiration from because the countertop was the same as mine. I'm not changing the countertop. And then I did some more research on, you know, what else goes with the green washrooms other than wood accents and copper. And look at this one, beautiful. And there's, you know, you can do different kinds of green, different shades of green. Here's the Art Nouveau kind of door that I really like, which I'm going to try and do my door, but let's see. Here's more of the white sink with the green and the different types of greens that you can add in a washroom. So like I said before, I'm trying to go for the whole Lord of the Rings elvish vibe in the washroom, and it's very Art Nouveau. Here's the stuff that I have currently, a set. So this is the peel and stick wallpaper that's going to go on one wall. It's like the accent wall, and the gold in it is iridescent like shines. This is the one that's going to have the copper mirror. I got this lizard handmade mirror thing that somebody made from clay, and I love it. So it's going to go, I'm going to make one side of my washroom like a gallery wall, and that's going to go there. So when I bought this is that inspired the whole copper thing. It is on a lighter blue, not green, but I'm going to paint the blue to match the green and have these hooks instead of probably a towel rod, or maybe these hooks will go on the washroom door. Because I did end up finding a brass towel rod. So these are the knobs that I'm gonna paint copper and put on my my washroom cabinets. They're white cabinets, but I think they need the copper accent. So I was testing out some paints. This kind of matches the hooks, but it's too light. I think for the accent wall that I'm doing, it has to kind of be a little darker, a little more green. So I'm contemplating, you know, playing around with this kind of a green that's more natural looking, like leafy, and a darker green, and do some texture on the walls. So here's the copper cups that I got, the $3.99 each. I got 2 of these. So as you can see, the copper and the green is a really great combination if you're going for a kind of moody washroom, which I guess I am going for that, while still kind of adding that Lord of the Rings vibe. Let's see what happens, because I'm going to add some wood accents. I'm going to have this candelabra on little wall shelf in the washroom as well. I might paint it a little more copper, or I might leave it gold. I think I might leave it gold because it's in a set. This was $10.99 for a set of 2. Here's the frame with the green. I'm just trying to show you guys, you know, the image I have in my head with the green and the copper, and how beautiful I think it can look. Here I'm trying to squeeze in a massive mirror in the camera, but you see the copper and the gold, how it would look, and I showed you earlier too. So this is one of the wall cones, or whatever you want to call them, and I think I can add these to my gallery wall as well, and then put one of my copper cups on it like this. Look how pretty it looks. It looks gorgeous. This is the cuff bracelet that I got for myself, but as you can see, I am attracted to a certain theme right now. It is green and brass gold, hints of copper in there too, and this is what I'm attracted to right now, and so therefore my washroom is also turning into this, and so is my jewelry apparently. I believe this one was $5.99. Totally worth it for how beautiful it looks. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed my video today and this week. I will see you next week with another episode of Thrift with me. Please remember to subscribe back.